Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this tutorial, or this makeup look, but it will be a tutorial. I really have been wanting to do kind of a fresh face, glowy makeup just because first of all, I never highlight, ever. I know every YouTube vlogger is like super obsessed with highlighting right now. I've never really been comfortable with highlighting just because I have natural oily skin and I feel like my skin just kind of highlights itself. So I've never really been one to highlight my face like purposely. I love matte makeup, but matte makeup kind of does make you look more like cakey, but this makeup makes you look a lot more natural and a lot more glowy and a lot more fresh face and a lot more lively. So that is why I decided to do a tutorial on this look. And another thing that really inspired me was that I've been using these masks. They're from masksheets.com. They have so many face masks and like even hand masks and stuff like that, and they are just amazing, and they're like, they do wonders for your skin, especially in the wintertime. I'm sure they work wonders all year around, but right now since it's winter, my skin is super dry and it just needs the extra like therapy. So I've been doing those, and those are seriously amazing. They've changed my skincare routine. I'm not one who really likes to do masks just because I hate the hassle of taking them off, and they just become like messy and like it's just, I don't know, I get too lazy to do them. But these are awesome because they come in these little packets and they're actual sheets. Like I'll go ahead and insert clips of me putting it on and stuff, and you guys will see in the video how I put it on. But they're just so easy, and then you just take them right off and you're done. And you know, your skin is just so much healthier and like brighter, and just, I don't know, it's just like the better version of you, which I love. I'm all about that. So that's what this video was kind of inspired by and why I wanted to do a tutorial like this. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next one. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we want to start off with like a really nice, healthy, hydrated face. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Nature Republic Real Nature mask sheet, and this is the green tea one. I specifically saved this one for this tutorial because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's green tea, so obviously it was the first one I wanted to try, but I went ahead and waited because I wanted to use this one for this tutorial. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and put it on. So I'm just gonna open it. I absolutely love mask sheets. I think they're such a great idea. I will link where I got mine down below just so you guys can go get yours. They have seriously tons. I actually have like a whole bag of them, and I saved all the ones that I've used just so you guys can see them. My favorite one by far had to be the pore scaling one. This one I seriously feel like kind of transformed my skin overnight. I just woke up and like my skin just looked healthier and a lot cleaner. Like my pores here, especially here, they didn't look as dirty. I actually have a Snapchat of me like wearing the black one. The black one looked super scary, TBH, but it was really hydrating and I really loved it. I also really love the yogurt one, which I do not know. I think I threw the yogurt one away, but I use the yogurt one and I use this one, and I absolutely love them. And the yogurt one seriously moisturized my face so much. I woke up the next day and my skin had never like been so soft. It was amazing. It felt so good. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So I will go ahead and link the website where you guys can find your mask sheets down below. They're awesome. They're amazing. The Koreans know what they're doing when it comes to skincare. I've been wanting to get into like Korean skincare because I've never met an Asian woman with bad skin, like ever. They always look like porcelain dolls, and I don't know how they do it, but whatever they're doing, they're obviously doing it right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and follow that. But as for the mask sheets, I will link the website where you guys can find them down below and all that good stuff. But yeah, I know I live in California, and we went through this phase in December where it was just 60 degrees and everybody was like, oh, we're skipping winter this year. But no, it's actually been super cold this past week and my skin has been feeling it like crazy. So I was so happy to have these masks because these masks provided such like intense hydration. Like they're awesome. I absolutely love them. I've been using these masks for about a week or so, and honestly, I have not used one mask that I didn't like. I wish I kept the wrapper of the yogurt one just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But if I find it on the website, I will try to insert a picture of it around here just so you guys can see it. The yogurt one was by far my favorite. The pore scaling one, I absolutely loved the way it transformed like my skin, and it just helped like my blemishes and stuff. but the yogurt one provided such intense like hydration, which is something that I feel that like I really need right now, especially in the winter because it's been pretty dry. Like, and they have like not only for your face, I actually got one for my hands, which I'm really excited to try because I'm actually getting like dry, crackly skin right now because of how much I have to wash my hands at work and just it being like winter in general. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do all that for you guys. Hopefully you guys go check them out because you definitely should. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my green tea mask and put it on my face. Enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on for like 15 minutes or so. You gotta be really careful not to tear it. I actually might have torn mine right now. You're gonna go ahead and just lay it on your face.
So as you can see, the process is very simple. You just kind of, you know, take it out of the packet, then lay it on your face, kind of adjust it, make sure you're getting all the juices and all that moisture going, and you look super hot after. And then you just kind of leave it on for like about 10-15 minutes. And I actually found the yogurt packets I could actually show you. It was in the same bag, just kind of stuck to another one. And I also used an aloe one, but the yogurt one was my favorite for sure.
It's been about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel it off. And then this one, I believe, actually I don't know because it's in Korean or whatever, but I don't actually like to just throw them away. I feel like this could be used like again because there's still a lot of moisture in it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back in its little package gently. Kind of seal it back up. Okay, and with whatever's left on your face, I just kind of like to massage it around and let the skin kind of absorb it. I'm going to go ahead and put on a lip moisturizer. I'm going to use my Nivea lip butter as always because it's my favorite. For my eyebrows, I've actually been using the Naked Basics palette, which is pretty weird. I've just gotten into like powders for my eyebrows again. I used to only do my eyebrows with powder. But like since I got the Brow Wiz and the Perfect Brown, the pomade, I just steered from that. But I'm going to go ahead and just use a powder today because it's what I've been using. And I'm going to grab Paint, which is this beautiful like mid-tone brown, not too warm, not too cool. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. So now we're going to move on to priming. And to fill my eyebrows in, I used a Mikasa E100 angle brush. I love this brush. It's pretty freaking amazing. And I'll go ahead and link the website where you can find this and my lemon sponge down below. Okay, so for primer, I'm going to use my Radiant Complex Face Primer. I talked about this primer in my favorites video. I don't remember which one. Still pretty good. And while I go ahead and let that primer kind of set, I'm going to go ahead and clean out my eyebrows a little bit. And I'm just going to use foundation because I can't. I'm going to go ahead and use my Eco Tools concealer brush. I'm due for a brow waxing. I know. And I was gonna go today, but I really had to film this tutorial, so. And now for foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Dream Liquid Mousse. I absolutely love this foundation. I cannot tell you how many bottles of this I've gone through already. It's seriously amazing. And I've said this before in my videos, but I feel like this would be amazing on normal to dry. But if you do have normal to oily or combination skin, this, you just gotta find like a primer and a good setting powder to work with it. But honestly, it's hands down one of the greatest foundations the drugstore has to offer, and just I think one of the greatest foundations period. But that's just me. And I'm in the shade 2.5 medium for those of you wondering, but this foundation is actually a little bit too light for me. I just kind of make it work with the bronzer and concealer and stuff. Okay, now moving on to eyes. I'm gonna actually keep it pretty simple. This has actually been like an eye look that I've been wearing a lot. I don't know, I just have kind of really grown to love it. It's honestly super simple. Anybody could do this. Anybody could do this. And I feel like it'll complement anybody. It's just like bulletproof, I think. But the first shadow I'm going to be starting off with is my Milani eyeshadow. And this one is in 16 Bella Champagne. And I'm going to grab a Sigma E40 and put this literally all over our lid. In the crease, on the lid, just everywhere. I love this color because it brings just life back into your eyelids or like your face, because it just brightens up your eyes. It adds a tiny bit of color, but it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's just perfect for an all over lid shade. And honestly, you could wear this and throw on some eyeliner and some mascara and call it a day. Like, you don't have to add any other eyeshadow to it. I technically will be, but you really don't have to. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to grab my Luxie 221 flat definer, and I'm going to go into this shadow, which is a Glossy Box eyeshadow, and it is in the shade Glossy Mauve. It's just this beautiful deep grayish purple, and I absolutely love this color. I just love colors like this, gray, and it has like a hint of purple. It's really nice and shimmery. I'm going to go ahead and grab this on my flat definer, and I'm going to go ahead and like line, kind of use this as eyeliner. I got this shadow in one of my Glossy boxes, I think like a month ago, and I absolutely love it. As you can see, it already gives just so much intensity to the eye, and I'm just putting it on like my lash line, and it's giving it like a smoky effect. And I'm not trying to do the line perfect. I'm laying the color down and then kind of swiping it, so it's not a perfect line. It's just like a nice little smoky kind of like line, if that makes sense. And that's literally all we're gonna do to our eyes. Like, that's, well, other than mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and actually put on my mascara. I'm gonna be using my Baby. I'm using my Douce Punk Volumizer as always because it's the best. Here, you guys, so I'm just gonna keep it under here. But now we're gonna go ahead and move on to concealer. And for concealer, I'm actually gonna be using two. I'm gonna be using my Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm going to be using my NYX HD concealer, and I'm gonna be using the NYX shade in kind of like the yellow shade, and this is just like a regular color. And the reason I'm going to put the yellow shade over top of that is because I really want like a bright, glowy face makeup today. Like, I really want like a nice, healthy, bright face. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and set all of that, and to set that concealer I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Contour Duo, and I'm using the, I don't know which one this is, Caramel Toffee, which I feel like, I don't know if you guys would know what I'm talking about, but I feel like they should have named this one the like banana chocolate popsicle. I don't know if you guys remember those. Actually, I think they still sell them. It's like the banana chocolate and then have banana. Those are my absolute favorite, and every time I see this it reminds me of them, and it makes me super hungry for one of those. Those were my favorite popsicles as a kid. Okay, now that we have that concealer nice and set, I'm going to go ahead and set my whole face. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline Shine Free Pressed Powder. I just discovered it. My friend Veronica and I went to the store, and we were both looking for like new makeup powders. And I was going to buy the Rimmel Stay Matte, but then she kind of told me she didn't like it. And we kind of have the same skin, so it kind of turned me off from buying it. TBH, I probably will still buy it just to try it out for myself. But we both went ahead and bought this, and we both loved it. So yeah, I would highly recommend this. This was like $5 too. It was really inexpensive, and I absolutely love it just for setting the face. And I actually like to use the little thing it comes with because I feel like it helps really evenly distribute the powder. So that's what I use. But yeah, so far I've been using this for about a week or so now, and I have no complaints. I keep this in my purse just so I can do touch-ups like when I'm at work and stuff, but I actually really love it. And then what I like to do just to get that kind of airbrushed look is I go in with a huge powder brush. This one is from Luxie. It is the 520 Tapered Face, and I just kind of run it through my face, and just in like big swirly motions distribute that powder even more. And now we can go ahead and move on to under the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and do like the same process as like the top. I'm going to grab a small fluffy brush, go into Bella Champagne, and just kind of run it through my lower lash line. And then I'm going to grab the same flat definer, the 221, and I'm going to tight line like my lash line on the bottom. And again, we're just going to put on mascara under there. And for my lower lash lines, I'm actually going to use a new mascara. This came in my BoxyCharm this month. And it is the Blink Mascara Amplified. I just have really loved the brush for... And now for contouring slash bronzing, I'm going to go ahead and grab my LUXIE 504 Large Angled. And go into my Wet n Wild palette again, just to grab the bronzer. Contour my cheekbones just a tad. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab this large fluffy brush, dab it ever so lightly on the palette because this palette's actually really pigmented, and with whatever's on here, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of soften the contour out and really bronze up the face. Just like that. And now for blush, I'm going to go ahead and use a very nice bright peachy color. This is the NYX Mosaic blush, and it is in the shade Love Amour and face, because again, these are very pigmented, so you gotta be careful. And now we're nice and peachy. Okay, so now for our highlight. I'm actually gonna highlight today, guys. Be happy. For our highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and use my OFRA Cosmetics You Do You highlighter. And I'm going to use this kind of tapered brush from Delium Tools. It's the 785. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of this product, kind of highlight the tops of the cheekbones. Now go ahead and highlight my nose a little. Highlight over here, like on top of the arches of my brows. My cupid's bow a little bit. And my inner corners of my eyes. And then with a large stippling brush, this is the Luxie 508 Duo Fiber Stippling. I'm going to go ahead and blend all that out. And now for our lips, I'm going to go ahead and use Revlon's Color Burst in Cupcake. And then just to add some gloss over it, I'm going to go ahead and use CoverGirl's, I think this is like Melted Toffee or something. I don't know. I love it though. And once we're done with the lip, that is the completed makeup.